Welcome to Money Minute, where smart money habits start in just 60 seconds. Here's one brutal truth. You're not broke because of low income. You're broke because of high comfort. Comfort keeps you scrolling. Comfort keeps you spending. Comfort kills growth. Wealth doesn't grow where comfort lives. Get uncomfortable. Start learning, building, saving now. If you waste $5 every day, that's $150 a month. Gone. Here's the $5 rule. If it won't matter in 5 years, don't spend more than $5 on it today. Coffee, fast food, impulse buys. Redirect just one of them into savings or investing. Small amounts repeated daily equals long-term wealth. Thanks for watching. This is Money Minute. Hey, it's me here. Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I want to talk about one thing that's been keeping a lot of people broke, and that is comfort. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to ask you to take a quick action. Please go ahead and hit that like button below if you found this helpful. Hit that subscribe button below if you want more content like this. Let's jump right into it. So I was talking to somebody the other day, having a conversation, and they were telling me about how they were looking for a new job and their new job needed to pay. It's more because they could unafford to live the way they wanted to live. And I asked them, hey, what do you do currently? And they said, well, I work in real estate. And I said, oh, so you work for an agent or something? He said, no, I'm a real estate agent. And my mind immediately went to, wow, that's a business of commission. So your income is probably based on the number of deals you do in a year. Sure enough, that was the case. Their income was directly related to how many deals they did. And then I said, hey, how much do you make per year? And they gave me a range. I said, do you hit the top end of that range? They said, oh no, definitely not. I'm more towards the bottom end of that range. And I asked them, how do you see yourself making more money? Do you see yourself doing more deals next year than you're doing this year? They said, well, actually, I see myself doing less deals next year than I'm doing this year. And I sat there in shock. I was like, wait a minute. You want to make more money, but you plan on working less? And they were kind of stunned by my response. They said, well, yeah, I just want a job with more stability. I said, but you were working in real estate, which is probably one of the most unstable industries out there. What happened in that conversation is that they were trying to trade their time for money when they already had access to money through the real estate business. But they didn't realize that real estate, at least being a real estate agent, is a business, and businesses require work. Businesses require effort and oftentimes require sacrifice. And if you're going to be successful in business, you need to be willing to learn things outside of your comfort zone. So let's face it, nobody likes being outside of their comfort zone. Comfort is comfortable because it's familiar. It's familiar because it's comfortable. The problem is when you decide that you want to grow, but you do want to get uncomfortable. Comfort keeps us scrolling. Comfort keeps us spending. Comfort kills growth. I say this all the time on this channel. If you're not growing, you're dying. And that's simply because everything is always changing. We have to change with it, or we fall behind. Wealth doesn't grow where comfort lives. If you're somebody who's struggling financially and you're watching this video thinking, yeah, that's me, then I want you to really think about where you are and why you are there. Oftentimes, it's because you've gotten too comfortable. You've gotten too comfortable with bad habits, too comfortable with debt, too comfortable with spending. I'm not saying that all rich people aren't comfortable. What I am saying is this: if you want to grow, if you want to learn, if you want to achieve anything outside of where you are, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to embrace discomfort. There is this great quote by Jim Rohn that goes something like this: if you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you really want to do something, it will not be easy. The reason why you have unachieved anything yet in your life is because you have undone anything difficult. The reason why you do and have those extra $5,000 or $10,000 in the bank is because you've never taken the steps to go and get it. I'll give you an example. One of the first videos that I ever posted online was called How to Save $2,000 in 6 months. It was a very simple concept where you would save an extra $333 a month over 6 months and you'd have $2,000 in your bank account. And I remember posting that video and thinking to myself, man, why did I even make this video? Who's going to watch this? Who's going to care? But I posted it anyway. And within a few weeks, the video started to pick up steam. Got hundreds of thousands of views and I was like, whoa, people are actually watching this. And then the comments started coming in and they were saying things like, I'm already down $3,000 after watching this video. I gotta get to work. I thought, wait a minute, I'm helping people. This is actually useful. And that's when I decided I wanted to help more people. I wanted to become an expert in this space, and I dove in head first. But if I had listened to the voice inside of my head that said, who cares? Nobody wants to hear this. Don't do it. Then I wouldn't be sitting here in front of this camera right now talking to you. I would still be in that 9-to-5 job, working super hard for somebody else, working for free, trying to make somebody else rich. Because sometimes we have these ideas, we have these things that we want to do, but we don't want to put in the work. We don't want to make the sacrifices. Can't be comfortable and grow at the same time. If you want to grow, you have to get uncomfortable. But here's the good news. You don't have to do it today. You don't have to do it tomorrow. You can start on Monday. All you have to do is start. As long as you take that first step, you're off to the races. So what's holding you back? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it procrastination? Whatever it is, I want you to know that you can overcome it. You can do it. I believe in you. You just have to believe in yourself. A couple of weeks ago, I made a video that I called the $5 rule. And that rule is pretty simple. If it won't matter in 5 years, don't spend more than $5 on it today. There are 3 areas in our life that we typically waste our money: coffee, fast food, and impulse buys. And I challenge you to take that $5 that you spend on those things every day and redirect it. Invest it in yourself. Invest it in your future. It's only $5, $1.50 a month. So I want you to write down the $5 rule and follow it. Stop buying things you don't need. Stop going out to eat unless it's planned. Stop buying coffee every day. Or if you do, buy 1 less coffee and put that money to work. And then I want you to set a goal. Set a goal of how much you want to have saved in your emergency fund, how much you want to have invested in stocks or in real estate, whatever it is. Write down that goal and put it somewhere where you can see it every day. Because when you see that goal, it will remind you that you have something to work towards. It will remind you that you have a purpose. We all have a purpose. We all have a reason to get out of bed in the morning. And that reason should be worth more than being comfortable. Your comfort will not get you to where you want to go. Goals will. So I challenge you today to stop being comfortable and start working towards your goals. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button below. And if you have a friend that needs some motivation, go ahead and share this video with them. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time. Rich people spend money differently than poor and middle-class people. And in today's video, look at 3 big purchases that will only make you wealthier if you avoid them. These are expensive things rich people simply don't buy. And I can tell you from personal experience, after spending over a decade studying wealth, interviewing the ultra-rich, and building multiple businesses from scratch, these purchases may surprise you. But before I get into them, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Also, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to dive right in. The first purchase on our list may seem counterintuitive, since there's no better way to attract more of it to you than by spending some of it, right? Well, yes, but also no. If you want to be a millionaire, the mindset you need is not that of a consumer, but that of an investor. Here's what I mean. You see, wealthy people are very careful about how they deploy their capital. Take Warren Buffett, for example, the world's greatest investor, whose net worth currently sits at $98 billion, famously said, "It is very important to do a few things well, rather than a lot of things okay." The same is true when it comes to spending. Rich people invest their money rather than spend it, focusing on assets that generate income or appreciate in value, like stocks, real estate, or businesses. On the other hand, poor and middle-class people often find themselves trapped in a cycle of spending, buying things they don't need on credit, then working hard just to pay off the debt. It's a vicious cycle that keeps you stuck and prevents you from building wealth. Instead, here's what you should do. Try the 72-hour rule. Before making any non-essential purchase over $1,000, wait 72 hours before buying it. This gives you time to think it through without the pressure of a salesperson's pitch. If you still want or need the item after 72 hours, then it's likely worth buying. But many times you'll find that the desire to buy it goes away pretty quickly. Remember, wealthy people don't waste money. They make it work for them. And if you want to build wealth, you need to start thinking like them. Our next big ticket item might seem like a no-brainer, but trust me, this is a sneaky wealth killer that many people fall prey to. We're talking about unnecessary home upgrades. Think of it as the rat race of homeownership, where everyone's trying to outdo each other with fancy upgrades. But let's take a step back and look at this logically. Who actually benefits from this rat race? Those who sell you the upgrades, the stores, the designers, the contractors? They're the ones making money. So why should you care about keeping up with the Joneses? Well, here's why. According to the Consumer Expenditure Survey conducted by the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, housing is the biggest expense for most families. On average, homeowners spend over 31% of their budget on housing, including mortgage payments, property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and repairs. That means a home upgrade that costs $10,000 could easily wipe out an entire month's worth of income. But here's where it gets tricky. Research shows that once you've upgraded your home to a certain level of comfort, additional upgrades don't actually increase your happiness. In fact, studies have shown that happiness has a very limited relationship to income and wealth. Meaning, once you reach a certain financial threshold, spending more money doesn't make you happier. The truth is, while home upgrades might seem like a good idea initially, they often end up being costly mistakes that don't bring lasting happiness. Instead, focus your spending on experiences, relationships, and self-improvement, which have been proven to boost happiness levels and create lasting memories. After all, you can't take money with you when you go, but you can take the experiences and the knowledge you gain with you anywhere. Okay, now, the third purchase that won't make you wealthier is a silent killer that eats away at your finances, slowly draining your bank account without you even realizing it. We're talking about subscription fatigue. Do you know how much you're paying every month for subscriptions? Streaming services, gym memberships, magazine subscriptions, software plans, meal kits, you name it. They're eating away at your budget without you even realizing it. Here's why. Subscriptions are designed to make you feel like you're getting a great deal, but they can quickly become a money pit. When was the last time you reviewed your recurring expenses? Did you know that the average American spends nearly $200 a month on subscriptions they do and use? That's almost $2,500 a year on services people aren't even using. Here's the secret truth behind subscriptions. They're meant to make companies money, not you. Companies love subscriptions because they provide a steady stream of revenue. Netflix, Spotify, and other subscription-based businesses can predict how much money they'll make each month based on the number of subscribers they have. And guess what? You're part of that prediction. They count on you not to notice that you're paying for multiple services that you hardly use. How many streaming services do you need? How many gym memberships are you paying for? How many unused subscriptions do you have? Look, I'm not saying you need to cancel all your subscriptions. I have plenty of them myself. But I am saying you should review them carefully. Ask yourself if you're using each service regularly. Do you actually watch that streaming service? Are you going to use the gym membership? If the answer is no, then cancel it. By doing this, you will free up your money for more valuable things, and you will save yourself from the sneaky trap of subscription fatigue. I hope you found this video helpful. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these purchases did you find the most surprising? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel, and I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching. This is your host. See you next time.